Hello viewers, welcome to Forex Flow weekly analysis for the week starting on December 23rd to 27th. This is going to be short and slow week due to Christmas holiday, as there will be very less liquidity from the banks all over the world. And also this is my last video for this year. I will not be doing video next week, and then I'll start again after New Year. Let's start with the first pair. If you're new to this channel, be sure to subscribe it and leave your feedback in the comment section. Here on the screen you can see EURUSD. The week ended here with this huge inverted hammer. Last week ended here, and we were saying that now the price would go up. It looks like the price was going to head downward, but one of the scenario was that this was really not a inverted hammer. As we were looking at this trend here, we saw that the price dipped down here, but overall the RSI was giving signal that the price would be heading upward, and our forecast was that price would go up here to this resistance area, which was sitting at 111.75 to 112, and that's where we were looking for the sign of exhaustion to enter into a sell trade. And that's exactly what we have seen here. These two green candles, the price went up here, it just touched below this resistance area, and then it started going down. And then we have seen today on Friday that the price ended here. This was the forecast that the price would end here around 110.70 to 110.75, which was the previous support. And that's where we were expecting these moving averages to catch up with the price, and we'll get some support. In the coming week, as there will be very less activity, we will not see much price action here, like a huge drop or jump in the price, but we may see some consolidation in this area. So here what we can say, in the coming week, if you enter into a sell trade around this area, around 111.50, 111, I would say lock your profits and watch the price action. If the price continues to go down, you can extend your profits accordingly. If the price bounces from here, then certainly you can close your sell trades and wait for this week. Do not enter into a buy or sell trade. This is going to be a slow week. But if you see the price going sideways and making another bearish flag here, then it may go further down. And the expectation is that it will reach down here to this support area. Let me extend this all the way here. So, you know, in the coming week, if the price reaches here, and this is the previous support as well, 110 has always been a very strong support. So we may see action like the price may go up and down like this and then drop and then get support here around 110. Or the price may do some consolidation in this area like this. If you had entered into a sell trade, you can lock your profit. I would say do not enter into a buy trade in the coming week. The price is not going upward. The only direction looks like either sideways or it will go downward. For the day traders, they can look at the 4 hours chart and look for the entry. So if you see that this price, this is 4 hours chart, and if you see the price is heading upward and it gets rejected around this area, around 111, by that time these moving averages will be catching up with the price, and if it's rejected here, you can easily enter into a sell trade, and we can take about 40 to 50 pips here down to 110.50. That would be the target for the day traders. That's for EURUSD. Now here we're looking at pound USD. The week ended here with this huge jump in the price from 130, 150 all the way to 135, and then we saw this profit taking happen on the same day when election news came out. And then we were saying the price will go up, and we will be looking forward to a sign of exhaustion. And the next day we have seen here the price went up all the way to 134.25, and then it made this inverted hammer, and then the price action was heading downward. And this was the entry where the traders could enter into a sell trade and take advantage of this. But like I said, this was going to be a huge volatility up or downside, so it was very risky trade, but this was 100% accurate as forecasted. If you see a sign of exhaustion with this candle here, we were talking about the RSI as well. It was close to 80 or above 80, and this was a perfect opportunity to enter into a sell trade and take advantage of the price heading downward. Now in the coming week, we know that the price was due for retracement, and that's what we have seen this week. In the coming week, if you see the price is getting support around this 50-day EMA, and here we have the long history of very strong support in this area. And then we have this green rectangle area around 128 to 128.50 where you can find plenty of support. So if it does break below this 50-day EMA, there will be plenty of support here, as we know that the RSI is also heading downward and there will be a lot of buying pressure coming at this price level around 127.50, 128. So if you had entered into a sell trade, I would say close your trades around this area, maybe around this 50-day moving average, which is sitting at 129, and then you can look for buy opportunity in this pair. We know that this is a long-term buy and it will go up. The target is to 135 to 138. It will go back up there, but we have to enter into a buy trade only when there is a right opportunity. So if you see if the price is doing side action like Euro USD and there is really not a good trade setup to enter into a buy or sell trade, I would say close your sell trades, take your profit, wait for 1 week and see the price action and then enter into a buy or sell trade. If it breaks below this 50-day EMA and it continues to go down, then stay away from this pair because this can be very volatile. It can immediately jump back up and then you can lose your trade. So this area is very crucial around 127.50 to 130. The price can break below that or it can jump back up quickly. So we'll be looking forward to the right opportunity. That's for pound USD. Now we're looking at USDCAD. Here we were saying that 131.50 was the price level where the week ended, and our expectation was the price would head up a little bit, and we were expecting a selling pressure around this rectangle area, which is 175 to 132. And we were saying if the price gets rejected, then it will go all the way down to 131. That's exactly what we have seen here. The price went up here with this green candle, it got rejected, and the next day price went down here to 131. And that was the target where the long-term traders who entered here around 133.50, where the signal was given about 2 weeks ago, and they would have closed their sell trades here. Now for the weekly traders who close their trade here, I don't know if they were able to enter into a buy trade here, but this is really not a good trade setup to enter into a buy trade. As we know, the Canadian economy is not doing well. We don't see very good economic news coming out of Canada, so this pair may not go further down. It may start going up from here, but we'll find some resistance around these moving averages, so you have to be careful. This pair can also have a lot of volatility, but right now looking at the trend, you can see that this is this wave A, B, and C is completed. Now it's heading upward, and there is a possibility that it can go back up to here 133 in the coming weeks. That's for USDCAD. Now we are looking at Swiss franc. Here we were saying that the price would get some support here around 0.98. If it does not get that support, then it will go down all the way to 0.9750, and that's what we have seen here. It dipped down and then it did not reach to 0.9750, but it did reach to 0.9770 area, and that's where we have seen this bounce. By looking at the RSI, this was the opportunity. We saw this double dip here around 30, and then we saw this huge green candle here on Friday. So this is your signal to enter into a buy trade. Now the expectation is the price would go up from here. Now here you can see the price dip down in the wave action like this, A, B, and C, and then it can go back up like this. So this is one scenario which is quite possible, but we'll see some resistance around this area. If you have not taken a buy trade here, you can take around this level, around 0.9825 to 0.9850. The expectation is then initially it will go up here around 0.9870 to 75, and then if it breaks above that, then it can easily go to 0.99 or 0.9950. This is a long-term trade. If you enter into a buy trade, you can hold your position and lock your profit and wait for the price to go up. The RSI is low on this one. This is good trade setup for a buy entry. That's for Swiss franc. Now here we're looking at WTI. Last week ended here with this candle, and my forecast was that the price would go up, as we know that the OPEC announced the cuts in the production, about 500,000 barrel, and the results are right in front of you. The price is heading upward, and our expectation was that the price would initially reach to 61 to 61.50, and then with extension to 62 to $63 a barrel. And that's right there on the target. In the coming weeks, we'll see the price will head upward. As you can see, there's still potential in the RSI, and by looking at this trend, this will continue to go up. If there is a little bit dip, if you enter into a buy trade around this area when I gave the signal, you can hold your position, lock your profit, and take advantage of these dips to add more to your position. The price should head upward. If you see the price is making red candles and it's going downward, then you can take your profit and close your trades. I would not recommend entering into a sell trade, as we know there are production cuts and the price may not go down easily, but it may do a little bit retracement, and then it can come down here to this area where it will find plenty of support. 60 was a major barrier in the past. Now this is going to act as support, and if the price bounces from here, then we'll see the next leg up back to 62 to $63 a barrel with the extension to 65 in the coming weeks. With that, I'm going to close. Thank you very much for watching. I wish you all happy holidays and happy new year, and we'll meet next year.